Picture this. You're exhausted, you haven't caught a break or a breath in who knows how long. You've been go, 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 do, 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 juggling 12,000 balls in the air at once. And now you finally have some time to yourself. Maybe it's 15 minutes, maybe it's a full afternoon, and you absolutely cannot slow down. You know you have time to stop, you know you should take advantage of this rare opportunity, but you physically, mentally just cannot. You just feel totally incapable of slowing down. Now, if you're here, I imagine you're like many of the women I work with, and you don't have to imagine this because you live it every day. I know that when this happens, it can feel super frustrating because you really want the rest. And also really confusing because you know that you're tired and you need the rest. But there is a very clear and simple explanation here. Let me start by saying you are not alone. There's nothing wrong with you. Your nervous system is actually reacting in a very normal, very predictable way. I'll explain. Before I get into it, a quick welcome to you if you're new here. I'm Dr. Heather. I'm a naturopathic doctor and doctor of acupuncture and Chinese medicine, and I help stressed out, burned out women slow down, get intentional, heal their gut, balance their nervous system, live in alignment with natural rhythms, and finally, return home to themselves, to their bodies, to a deep trust in themselves and their ability to heal. For many women, this can feel like a foreign concept at first. The fact that our nervous system is actually protecting us, that our bodies know how to heal, they're not against us. And actually, the opposite is true. Our bodies work constantly for us, day in, day out, trying to keep us healthy and in balance and well. So when we've been go, go, go and do for as long as we can remember, and then expect that suddenly we'll be able to flip a switch and go into that calm, rest and digest healing mode, whether it's for a 5-minute break or a 15-minute break or an afternoon off, maybe even a full day on the weekend. When we expect to just be able to flip a switch like that and turn off, and then it doesn't happen, it can be super frustrating. But again, there's a real reason why. The thing is, our nervous systems work a lot like learning to drive. When you first get behind the wheel of a car, you have to think about everything. Which foot is on which pedal, which mirror to look at, how to make a turn, and everything took your full concentration at the very beginning. And at that point, it probably felt like there's no way you're ever going to be able to drive without really focusing and thinking everything that you're doing through. But eventually, you stopped having to think of it very much at all. Now you can drive and talk to your passenger, listen to a podcast, and you're totally okay. Your body learned what it had to do, there was that muscle memory built in, and your nervous system adapted. The exact same thing happens with stress. When we've spent months or years always rushing, always stressed out and thinking about what we have to do next, always anticipating the next problem, thinking one step ahead, our nervous system begins to believe that this is simply how life works. It learns that staying alert, being productive, staying busy is what keeps us safe. So when we finally find a free moment, a quiet afternoon, our body, our nervous system does not immediately recognize that as an opportunity to rest. Instead, it starts asking, what should I be doing now? Is there something I'm forgetting? I think I need to be really productive. And again, this is not because you're broken or there's something wrong with you. It's because you've practiced the survival mode and been living in it for so long that your body's gotten very, very good at it. And here's the thing I tell women I work with all the time. We get good at what we practice. If we practice rushing, we get good at rushing. If we practice worrying, we become good at worrying. None of that, again, makes us broken or beyond help. It just means our nervous system has been shaped by repetition. And the beautiful part is the opposite is also true. We become good at stillness by practicing stillness. We become good at calm by spending more time in a calm state. We become good at peace by practicing peace, and good at slowing down by actually slowing down. So that's a bit of the why, but what now? Because we all know that we could use some deep, serious, refreshing rest. This may not be the easy answer or magic bullet you're wishing for, but we need to practice those things we just talked about. Stillness, slowness, being calm and present and at peace. We need to retrain our nervous system to feel safe in being still and in slowing down and in resting and in not accomplishing anything or being quote unquote productive. In fact, if you need to reframe this idea of being productive, and this has been really impactful in my own journey toward trying to live a slower, more calm and grounded and intentional life, try to reframe your idea of productivity in the first place and consider rest and resting as being productive too, because it absolutely is. Now, if you're not sure where to begin with all of this, let me give you one simple practice where you can start. So how about you try this week? I call it finding pockets of calm. Once a day, set a timer just for 2 minutes. Find somewhere comfy to sit. Maybe you're on your couch, maybe you're on the bed, maybe you're in a nice recliner, maybe you're outside lounging on the grass. Put your phone totally out of reach, turn it on silent, turn off notifications if you have to. If you're sitting in a chair, put both your feet on the floor. If you're lounging or reclining somewhere, really feel the support of your couch or lounge chair or bed underneath you. Take a slow breath in through your nose, and then a long, complete exhale. And make sure that your exhale is longer than your inhale, because that really helps you get into rest and digest mode. Then look around the room, or if you're outside, look around the space that you're in. Notice 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel. Maybe it's a breeze across your face or your hair blowing in the wind. Maybe it's the seat that you're sitting on, your feet on the carpet underneath them, the texture of the surface you're making contact with. Notice 3 sounds around you. Maybe it's the clock ticking on the wall. Maybe it's the wind chime in the background, and if you can hear mine, I hope it's not too distracting. Maybe it's the sound of the dishwasher running. Then think of 2 things you're grateful for. And finally, take 1 more slow, deep breath. That's it. You haven't wasted 2 minutes. You've simply spent 2 minutes teaching your nervous system that it is safe to be present. It is safe to simply exist. And over time, those 2 minutes become 5, then 10. Then they start naturally showing up throughout your day. Little pockets of calm, little reminders that you don't always have to be on. One of the greatest lies modern life has taught us is that our worth comes from what we accomplish, that if we're resting, we're falling behind. But your body knows something different. Your body knows that healing happens during rest, and digestion happens during rest. That repair, creativity, integration, intuition, and finding that deep peace within you, those all need rest and space in order to really come to fruition. So if you find it hard to relax, try not to judge yourself for it. Try to get curious instead. Ask yourself, what has my nervous system been practicing? And then gently, if you notice that your nervous system has been practicing what most of ours have, go, 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 do, then gently and intentionally begin practicing something new. And the goal here isn't to become someone different. I know a lot of us connect our identity with our ability to be productive and all we can accomplish and do in a given day. The goal is actually to come back to who you were and who you are before the world convinced you that you always need to be rushing. If this resonated with you today, I've put together a free resource called the Holistic Calm Blueprint. It contains 7 simple daily practices to help bring more calm, ease, and safety into your everyday life. It's linked right below the video. I would love for you to grab it. And if you liked this video, I have a feeling you'll also like my recent video called Why You Can't Hear Yourself Think Anymore and How to Come Home to Stillness and Presence. I'll also link that in the description below, and I can't wait to see you there. If today's video helped, I would love to have you back every week. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. Until then, remember, your body isn't asking you to do more. It's simply asking you to feel safe enough to slow down.